It's football time in Tennessee. Those words have long been associated with running through the tee, the glory of the checkerboard end zone, and the Big Orange ready to do battle. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Arizona will kick off to get things underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. First down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, or proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Quick handoff. At midfield, he's got room. Running toward the tape. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground. And you see the speed by the ball carrier there. He's picking up a huge chunk of yards.
Now, I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the road one more time?
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Looking downfield, it's Montgomery. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
6 plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit. Yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in 3rd down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
Motion from the offense. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying to pound their way in. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And they didn't pick up any extra room to operate, but they at least got it back to the original line of scrimmage. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB areas. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. The Wildcats will line it up on 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Good timing on the quick out. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Crosses the 45. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
How many ways can I make you think, right? First drive, out the gates, get it to my playmaker, going full speed across the formation with a touch pass. You better be able to adjust to it. And then when you adjust to it, I'm going to have an adjustment to your adjustment because I'm always right. I'm an offensive guy.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's standing outside David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
On the run, it's Dennis. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. This quarterback part of their running game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, on 3rd and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Back open in the middle. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver or tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats! Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Shakes off the tackler. Feeling some heat. He's going to take off. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Arizona 7, Tennessee 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He leaves it with his back. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. It's this kind of people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue-collar guys that want to work.
Leaves it with the back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide out in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Get it out on the screen. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Power football with the run. The Volunteers get enough for the 1st down. Offense lining up quickly. They're getting this guy lathered up. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. It's Montgomery. Firing to the right, complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Using his feet. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loss of 2. Brings up 3rd and goal.
You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's 3rd and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. And the defense drags him down. 4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? They'll try to run it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Well, they didn't overthink that one. 4th and goal down close like that. You just turn around, David, hand it off to the big fella and let him do the rest.
And a lot of times in these situations, 4th down and goal, you see quarterbacks sneak so much. They trust the big running back, know he's going to drive his feet forward, finish the run, and get the touchdown.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Unloads to the right. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Back to throw, it's Montgomery. Finds his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, it's still short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
It's a nice run there to get the first down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
Fires to the middle. Finds a man on the left. Open space at the 25. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Vols will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Volunteer!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 15 teams colliding today with major ramifications across the college football landscape. Michigan is currently trailing in this one, but if history has taught us anything over the years, it's that closing out the maize and blue inside the big house is not easy. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Notre Dame. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Throws to the wideout. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
Defense will always try to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking the football, forcing the incompletion.
After the incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
He's got his man. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the 1st down. You know, Jesse, they threw that to him in double coverage, and I like that sometimes because you can't let the defense just dictate what you're going to do.
No, they're going to make sure he gets his, Reese, no doubt about it. And they're going to force it over to him, hoping that he can make a play and knowing that he can. But as a defense, you got to be careful doubling him because that means somebody else is wide open.
And the Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Crispin. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Fires to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wideout, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Red pass, it's complete. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Landry. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's got it on the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. We saw it on that last play.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. You saw that there on the incompletion.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the 1st without scoring. Looking to throw for it. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. Inside the 50. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Tennessee! What a great play by the